Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today I got the Razer Blade Stealth 13 Ultra Gaming Book, and we're going to take a look at it and see what's under the hood. This is the box. If you can see, the box is freaking awesome. I like the little box. Anything Razer, they always pack everything really good, man. This is really good. I like the little, it's nice and thin little box. If you guys see it, green in the back, that's pretty much what they go for. Now, I did take out one thing out of it, was the power supply, and I'm going to bring the power supply. Okay, this is the power supply. I like the stream down. They got their logo right in the front. 3-point connection, cable management, and nylon. This is nylon, cover nylon. The cable's cover in nylon, which I like about that. USB Type-C connection, if you guys see it. Power, it's about, this is 100 watts power supply adapter, so. But this is not bad. Now that everybody's coming out with Type-C power to upgrade their systems or to power their system, this is a great option. So, not bad. Let's take a look at what's under the box. So, now I did open it up. You can tell I got little fingerprints here and there. You know, the bad thing about this laptop, you touch it, your fingerprints stay there, and pretty much it's very difficult to remove them. That's why they give you an extra tool in here, so we're gonna take a look at it. This is the system itself. I like how they brush it. It's like aluminum cover all around. 2 fan intakes, and then 2 fan blowout, and the main fans are on the back to intake. There is a little elevation right here, if you guys can see it. This is actually to suck in the air and blow the air out. So comes in through the back, blows it out through the bottom. So that's pretty much what you have. This is it's really thin. Now they do give you a little cloth in here and the instructions, and the warranty information, and all that stuff. We're not gonna go over that. All right, so let's talk about a little bit about this machine. I'm gonna review the side profile first. We're gonna open it up just a little bit so you guys can see it. Now on the side profile, you see a Type-C USB, a 3.0 USB. You only get 2 connections on one side. One could be your power. All right, so what we have here on one side is 3.5 audio jack, USB 3.0, and then you have a USB Type-C connection in here. So either way, you could plug it in on your left or the right. So there's 3 inputs in here, and there's 2 more on the other side, like I said. So not bad. In the back, you don't really get anything. You just get the intake fan part of it here. If you guys can see this, this is real nice and neat. Real light. I'm gonna put the description of how much it weighs on the actual site here. So let's go ahead and open it up and see how many what's inside the keyboard settings. So we're gonna open it up here. Now the bezel itself, it's very thin, full HD. It's 13.3 size of the screen. All right, and let's go ahead and maximize the size. And here's it's about 13.3, and it's gonna be 11 by actually 12, so not bad. The only thing, this is not a 4K display. This is a 1920 by 1080 display, but they do have options to upgrade that, of course, at a higher cost. If you would like touchscreen, you could upgrade your version to a touchscreen with a 4K version of it, like I said. But those are options on their site that you could upgrade. Now you do have a display camera here. You have a camera, and you have a light sensor in here, and the mic, of course, is always installed on the top. Now let's take a look at the bottom here. At the bottom, it tells you the description. This is a sticker that came with it. It gives you the description. It's an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650. It's a 4 gig video card. It's a 10th generation i9 1065 G7 processor. 4 cores, 8 threads, up to 3.9 megahertz of speeds. The keyboard is not a full keyboard. It's a basic keyboard. It doesn't have the 10 key command on the side. But I like how they set up the whole thing with the power button actually sitting on the right hand side. If you guys can see it, it's a little hidden here. Now there is RGB lighting in this keyboard. You could change them to any color you want. Normally when you purchase it and you turn it on the first time, it's always come out green. So you can always go back and change it. So which I like the option. Now this is seamless right here. there's no, if you guys could see that this is the touchpad right here, but it's a little seamless. I mean, I like how they did this, you know, very slick, very nice, and I like how they go with the details. I like the whole keyboard itself, but unfortunately the whole keyboard and the computer, if you have greasy hands, you're gonna leave your fingerprints in there. You're gonna, you know, constantly be cleaning it up. I wouldn't waste my time cleaning it up. I just leave it as it is. I wish they had a different material, different color. Now, the best thing about this monitor in the front when you open it up are the speakers. 2 large speakers, and if you guys can see them, they're as thick as my fingers right here. So these are gonna be super loud, and probably put it to the test too and see how loud they get.
So
all right, so
if you guys like what you see,
let's go ahead and take a look at the audio. We're gonna do an audio test right now, and we're gonna go ahead and start it. And this is not super loud right now, in fact, you know, so we're gonna turn it out a web, and we're gonna go back.
I'm your host, Prophet 74. Today
we're gonna start again the audio.
26
I'm gonna put the audio up.
This is the Pro version.
I like the audio. It's really loud. Freaking loud. I like it.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Prophet 74. Today.
Alright, if you guys never open one of these, I'm gonna open it, but just be cautious that, you know, do it at your own risk. If you're not familiar with it, I wouldn't recommend it because it's a little difficult, a little tricky. Now, you do need a little tiny little star tool in order to take every single screw out of it. And this is, make sure you get a good quality of it, because if you don't, you're gonna run. You have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws. All right. Now, sometimes this thing just lifts off and it's very simple, but other times you're gonna have to need something sharp. I would recommend you maybe a guitar pick, a credit card or something. You don't want to run metal to it, so they always have these little great tools too, also to open it up. But this case, I feel it like it's already opening up just by touching it. So hopefully we're not gonna have that problem. So let's go ahead and open it up. Always have something flat in the back so you won't scratch the back, right? And it looks like it's coming off already, so which is not bad. I didn't have to do any trouble. See, just came off automatically. I like that. So the screws were holding everything in. We're gonna put this flat down. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the intakes. Actually, this is where it's now during. If you're gonna be gaming, you're gonna hear the fans running. And recommendation: have it plug in, because it takes a lot of the power, and why you don't want to be in the middle of a game when it just kicks you off. Now, another thing is make sure you get these clean once in a while. It could be an air can, it could be something simple, a wipe, but to access them from the inside, you're gonna have to remove them, and that's something I don't recommend everybody removing these things all the time, because you might run the screws in. All right, so just be aware of that. All right, now if you guys can see, this is a thermal tape, and this is where the M.2 relies on. So we're gonna take a look at the inside, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so let's review what's inside here. First of all, they give you the M.2. It's about 512 of gigs of a space in here that they give you. This is the actual NIC card that you get, the wireless card that's included in here. So down the line, that's probably one of the items you could replace. The battery is replaceable. I could just see it that there's a couple of screws that are to remove here and here, and then unplug it from this end, and you should be able to remove this from this part, and the battery comes out in here. Now, if the battery starts failing down the line, you can always replace that. Very simple. There's third parties that do sell the battery, but recommendation, buy from Razer. You might pay a premium, but you get a warranty included on that. Now, the fans, you got to keep them clean all the time. Now, the GPU relies on, it's on this system, on this side, and I believe the CPU is on this one, but I might be wrong. It could be either one, but the actual frame touches both items, the GPU and the CPU. So you see the little radiators right here. I'm gonna pick it up just a little bit so you guys can see it right there. The radiators are right here too. Now, in order to have it on game mode, you do need to plug it in. So just to be aware, if you're gonna be gaming, you need to plug it in. In case you're gonna upgrade your SSD, this type of SSD is gonna be a different one from every other one. So this is the M, version M. So let me give you a little demo. This is an M version, all right? So if you're gonna buy the 970 Evo or the 980 Samsung Evo, they're pretty fast. you could replace it with one of those. And like I said, this is an M version. This is MMB, M plus B. That's what it's called. M plus B will work, but might not have the same speeds as an M version. All right, so just make sure when you're buying the right setup, it's going to be one of these. If you guys can see, I'm not going to take the original one out. I just want you to know how it connects in here. And this one's also compatible, but then they sell different versions of it, and the older you get, it might not be compatible with the system. So these two are compatible with it, if you guys can see it. So when you buy a Samsung Evo, it would be something similar to this, all right? And it does fit in there. If you have any questions or any comments, let me know. The only thing that I wish they had more space for, at least for an external or internal SSD, a larger one, so I could put either a mechanical or a solid state. It would have been fine if I would have had some space in here, but unfortunately they only have one space for one. Other things I wish they had on my wish list, another slot for an SSD. That would have been a plus for me. Upgrade here, there's no access to the memory. It's built in the motherboard, so the only thing you're going to be able to upgrade would be the SSD, the NIC card, the wireless card, the battery, and then down the line I could see that you could access the actual GPU and CPU, but you cannot replace them. But it's very important if you want to ever replace it with thermal paste. If you want more information, check out one of my videos. I have the similar machine that went in there and I replaced the thermal paste on the GPU and the CPU. Now if you guys can see in here, everything's well built in. It's all solder. It's all one color, black. Another option is if they start getting overheated too much, they sell these pads that actually blow fan air, and it'll be something that you want to look down the line if you need it. For work related, this is a great machine. It does video Skype. It does Zoom. It does everything that's on the market right now. Photoshop. Three-dimensional applications. It does gaming at the same time. It has a beefy video card, and of course, depending on how you purchase it, if you would like 32 gigs or 16. Unfortunately, this was a 16 gigs. Now you could buy the upgrades, like you could add the touchscreen, a 4K screen, and of course a higher, beefier up video card. But in that, if you want a larger video card, you're going to require largest settings on this, and I believe the 17-inch comes with that. So other than that, it's a great machine from the inside. And if you have any questions or any comments, you hit me down below. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, out.